Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and today we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Rey and Dio from The Rise of Skywalker. Now, this is the first edition action figure in the white packaging, as you've previously seen my review of The Mandalorian. And this is probably the only other figure I'm going to review from this line. I may review one or two more. To be honest, I wasn't overly thrilled with what Hasbro has released thus far. They are withholding about 70% of the product for The Rise of Skywalker due to spoilers. Those products have a street date of or after the release date of the film. So we won't be seeing those for a couple of months at least. However, these were released on Triple Force Friday, and I do like what I'm seeing thus far. I do like the new head sculpt for Rey with the photoreal technology, and tremendously thrilled with the Mandalorian figure. So let's get right to it. Of course, you see the white packaging with the standard window box display and the grayscale artwork. This is figure number 91 in this series, and it has a brief bio on the back of Rey, and just really nice looking action figure. And as you can see, I've got Rey from The Last Jedi out beside of it. We're going to be doing a comparison of the two figures once I remove it from the packaging. So what I'm going to do now is pause the video, remove the figure from the packaging. We'll come back and see what it's all about. Guys, we're back with the Star Wars The Black Series, Rey and Dio from The Rise of Skywalker. And as you can see, this is a really nice looking action figure. I really like Rey's new outfit from The Rise of Skywalker. It's very reminiscent of her original outfit from The Force Awakens, but it also has callbacks to the Knights of the Old Republic and the Grey Jedi, with the cross tabards that she's wearing, as well as the white and gray tones there in the outfit. And just makes for a really great looking action figure. I think Hasbro's done a great job with the Black Series overall, and you know, as the line has progressed, the figures have gotten more detailed, and with the introduction of the photoreal technology, the head sculpts are just phenomenal. And as you can see, the appearance is identical to Daisy Ridley. Rey includes 6 accessories, including her staff, her lightsaber, her NN-14 blaster pistol, the removable satchel, and of course Dio and his stand. And as you can see up close, it's just a really great looking figure. The only point that I had any issue with is right here on the side of her head sculpt. I don't know if they missed applying paint apps here or if this is intentional, but it's just a little tiny bare spot right there in front of where her hair is painted, but it's not a deal breaker. And then there's a small spot here where it looks like something got on the figure during packaging maybe, but it's a really great looking figure. And you can see her removable satchel here, which does come off, and of course her blaster pistol will remove out of the holster. The holster, of course, is affixed to her side. It's kind of molded in on this piece, and of course the tabards aren't cloth, they're molded plastic, and that sort of hinders the articulation of her legs and leg movement in the different positions, as well as up here on her shoulders. And Rey does have 26 points of articulation, like all Black Series figures. Her head is on a nice ball joint, and she has waist swivel, of course, and forward and lateral movement at the arm, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel. Of course, her legs will move forward and laterally, also rotate there. Double jointed knee, as you can see, and really tight joints there, as well as her ankle joints are double jointed for forward movement as well as lateral. And and just a really, really nice looking action figure. And this is an all new mold and sculpt for Rey, as it is slightly taller than previous figures released in the Black Series line. And we'll take a look at that momentarily. Now for her accessories, she does include the staff, and it does come apart. I don't know why, I don't know what purpose that serves really, but the two end sections do unpeg from the center portion of the staff. Her lightsaber again is an all new mold, and as you can see here, it has the leather band around it and the metal piece underneath that is where she used to reconstruct the Skywalker lightsaber. The blade on the lightsaber is slightly warped, as most of these are with the Black Series figures, and this can be corrected by submerging it in some really hot water, maybe even boiling water for just a second or two, which will allow you to manipulate the blade. It will be malleable enough to straighten out, and it does not detach from the hilt on this particular one. And of course, her pack is removable, or satchel, if you so choose to do so, and her blaster pistol. Dio, of course, comes off of his stand, and his stand is just a very small piece of plastic, and it's curved to accommodate his drive wheel. And his drive wheel is just a solid piece of plastic. Has some nice detailing in there, make it look like it's been dirtied up a little bit. And his body is just a single articulation frame here, with his head sitting on top of it, and his head will swivel. It's on a nice tight ball joint. It has limited movement up and down, and he has 3 antennas on the back of his head. Very weird looking little droid. And he will sit just like that. Now, I said I wanted to compare the new Rey figure to the Last Jedi Rey, and this is a figure I haven't previously opened until tonight. I actually have 2 of these, and you can see up close the differences in the head sculpts prior to photoreal technology on the right, and then after it on the left. And this head sculpt is even more realistic than the Island Journey Rey, which was the first Rey figure to feature the photoreal technology. It's number 58 in the Black Series, if you're keeping track of those. And side by side, I want to show everyone the height difference in the figures. Get her satchel back on. So side by side, make sure she's standing completely straight. I have had some issues posing this figure, but it's because the ankle joints are so tight on it, and they don't want to, along with the knee joints, they just don't want to flex. There we go. Side by side, you can see that this figure is slightly taller than the previous figure, and it's not by much, but it is noticeable. And I don't know how that's going to compare with the other figures that are released, like Poe and Finn, what have you. I don't think it's going to be significant enough to, throw off other Black Series figures. But for Rey, you know, this is going to be a difference. I think Daisy Ridley is about 5 feet 9 inches tall. So again, you can see that this is an all new mold for her, and it's just a better looking figure. I'm partial to this outfit that she's in from The Last Jedi, but I think this is the best figure that they've released of her thus far. And as you can see, it just, for whatever reason, and I think it has a lot to do with the tabards. There we go. Interfering with her being able to stand. And as you can see from this angle, the height difference. She's a few millimeters taller than the Last Jedi Rey. But again, this is a really, really great collectible, and I do think it's worth the $19.97 price point here in the U.S. at Walmart. And I think that the first edition figures are better than some of the other ones, like the metallic series collectibles, like from Target or what have you. But these figures are really nice, and if you collect the Black Series, I would highly recommend getting these for your collection. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is the Star Wars The Black Series Rey and Dio. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video review. If you don't follow my channel, please do so. Also visit my Facebook page and follow me there, Dark Horizon Creations, where I detail all of my custom work, as well as sharing news and tidbits from the Star Wars universe and doing discussions. Also have a blog at darkhorizon.creations.home.blog, and I've started a new venture as well entitled Rogue Tactics. I have a Facebook page up for that, and Rogue Tactics deals exclusively with the military tactics of the Rebel Alliance and the New Republic Special Forces. Weapons, tactics, techniques, procedures, discussions about technology, battle, espionage, and things of that nature. And a good bit of the source material that I use is from these books behind you, the Age of Rebellion role-playing books by Fantasy Flight Games. If you haven't, check those out, and stay tuned. There's more to come.